Hi, welcome to Amber's Garden Corner. I'm Amber, and today we're going to have a frugal project. So, I'm doing a little Christmas thing with Mark, and he's getting some sort of present, you know, whether it's time, attention, or what have you, whatever I might want to think of, for every day during December until Christmas Eve. And one of my first projects, or not first project, one of my next day of Christmas projects is his, as I'm sure you guys are familiar with, his well-loved, we'll call it well-loved work jacket. And I've mended the shoulder, and I'm going to be patching it, and I pulled my iron out, and it has just a whole bunch of deposits. I took a cloth real quick and wiped off the little snowflake looking things that were on there. And I thought, I bet you guys might like the little handy trick of cleaning your iron. In the meantime, the shirt here, it's just roughly stitched up. We'll be putting a patch on it. So, back to this. So, I've got a small cup here, and we're going to take our baking soda. We're going to put a little bit of baking soda in here. Kind of mash it all down. There we go. And then we've got citrus acid, so we're going to take a little bit of this citrus acid, probably about like a teaspoon. Not a whole lot. And I have an old towel down, first off. And my rags, I repurpose old towels that are no longer good for us or other purposes. But just, I have sheets and stuff as well. But anyways, I'm going to, I want a rough one, so I got one of the towels. And a little regular white vinegar. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of vinegar in here. Give it a little stir. It will bubble up and stuff. That's okay. And on your cool iron, go ahead and get your paste here. You can see. And we're going to go ahead and rub that in there. Get in the well. Along the sides. And then go ahead and turn that on. And it'll dry up anything that's left on that. Leaves a little coating on there, as you see. My grandma showed me this. That's all I've always done it. I'm not sure if anybody else has any ideas on how this does this, but this is how I do it, and it's a simple thing. You don't need any weird products. Buying a new, as you can see, this iron is, oh, I don't know how old it is, but it's very old. Starting to heat up a little bit. And then put it on the highest setting. And we'll take a little You can use table salt. You can use, best thing is coarse salt. But, you know, everybody has table salt, so I wanted to show you. And I just put it on this. You can use like an old, you know, rag sheet instead of this old towel that I use, but this is what I'm doing. Go ahead and run your iron over the salt, and I'll, because it gets kind of spread out, and I'll bring it back in there, or you can pour more salt down. Now I find the vinegar helps with, especially if you have hard water, and I'll put a little vinegar and water into the iron and give it a steaming. Okay, with the iron back off and cooled down, go ahead and just take your little cloth and also when you do the vinegar through the water, it really amps it up so that you can, when you put the vinegar and water through the steam, it'll help get any residue that might be in the holes and stuff like that. We'll put a little bit more coarse salt down here. But, you know, this is done just so that when you're ironing your clothes, sometimes you can get stains or dirt on there. You can see a little bit of some of the, I'm not sure if it picks it up, but there's some dirt that came off on the cloth as we were cleaning it. And that way it doesn't streak your clothes and what have you. So we've got a little water and a little distilled vinegar in there, and while that's doing, we'll take this and go dump that out. Okay, as you can see, it's nice and clean now. It has a little bit of residue just from the crushed salt and such. So we've got the little bit of vinegar and water in here. We're let this heat up all the way. There we go. There you go. As you can see, it's nice and clean now. It was kind of an impulse. Here's his shirt. I want to get it a little flat. I just did a rough stitching here just to gather it together because it's pretty threadbare. He's had this for years and years, and he obviously is very attached. And despite getting him other ones that he could wear, and even one that he could wear just wherever, and then one that, a spare on top of that, this is the one he wants to wear, so we're going to take care of it a little bit so that it'll last and at least be not such an eyesore or dangling on his shoulder and his elbow and get worse. Now I'm just patching this with a iron-on patch, you can get the sticky backing and do whatever. If you've got old Levi's, or which I've used before rather successfully. Let's see. Okay, let me get some scissors. Sticky back, so when it is ironed on and heated up, it'll adhere to the surface that you're patching up. And you can do designs if you like. In fact, that's probably what we'll do. Let's trace this out. I'm just doing a freehand, quick kind of a patch here. Of course, you want to make sure you stay over your areas that need to be patched. A little heart, but I don't want. That'll be okay. Good. I don't want it, the little dip in the heart, to be over the stitch. I want the patch to cover that up. And you know, this is just his work shirt, his work jacket that he just loves to death. So I'm not too worried about pretty. We just want a little bit more, not threadbare. And you can do this with anything. And as I was saying, and then once you got it on there, you just fit it into spot. And you want to make sure once you got it on there, it's on there, so make sure you have it exactly on the spot. And start applying heat. And cleaned iron and a new patch. Well, hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and have an awesome day. Thanks a lot for watching.